So the main reason I'm doing this video is, yes, it is to distract myself. Like I've been distracted for the last week now, as I've already previously mentioned. Um, I actually got this in the mail last Wednesday, so a week ago today I got this in the mail. But I've been so distracted that I kept putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. So I'm going to unbox this today. But before I get to this, I'm going to have to unbox that. And what is that? Well, it's actually something I brought up in a previous video. I said, oh, I'll get to it eventually. Well, now it's time to get to it. Studio Series Constructicons, specifically Scrapmetal. Who was the first one? I got this guy about 9 months ago? 10 months ago? I picked it up in a Fred Meyer's for, how much was it? $12. Yeah, so I got this 10 months ago for $12. So, okay, he's just been sitting there as a constant reminder, collecting dust. Boxes I get usually don't collect dust, so I'm actually cracking the seal today. And before I forget, we've got, because it's a studio series, we get a little environmental diorama. It's the pyramids in Egypt. I've already forgotten what the city was. Town, city, village, whatever it is. So, yeah, anyways, that comes with it. That's going back in the box. Keep the instructions. Oh, because this is a Bayformers Constructicon, I think it's safe to say they already. I think they're like almost on the verge of releasing Long Haul. So I've got my eyes on him. I'm waiting for him to happen. And then last week, I think, they announced Studio Series Mixmaster. So we finally got to see the head of Devastator. So looking forward to that. Oh boy, it's a bunch of these things. I guess they gave up on twist ties. Uh-oh. We've got combiner kibble to deal with. For shame. Just because I've got it stuck in my head as well. There's a video that came out a number of years ago. I don't remember how long it's been. Anyways, there's a video that came out where somebody took the Japanese version of the opening theme to Transformers Animated. It's a song that's called Transformers Evo, Evolution, whatever. Somebody took that and then they edited it to footage from Bayformers 1 and 2. I'll post the link in the description. Like, think what you will of Bayformers. The editing on that video, on that fan video, was really good. I mean, aside from the fact that it's a kick ass song, it's like, wow, they actually edited that really well. It kind of did the thing that Disney used to do, where when you're doing musical movies or whatever it is, and you time things that happen on screen to the music directly, so that the music and the action are in sync with each other, so that one is informing the other and vice versa. And they do when you get that combination really well. This person on YouTube, they did exactly the same thing. So like the video, the music video is really good the way they edited that. Did I get everything? Combiner kibble. I didn't even know that was in there. It was covered up. Was that covered up? Yeah, it was covered up. Hmm. Okay. Extraction successful. Wow, he's even got a spine. That's cool. He's got a mecha spine. What is that? I should point out of the original six Constructicons, Scrapper was one of my favorites. So I kind of like this guy. I like the way his legs were done. I like the way his arms were done. No, was it Scrapper? Yes, Scrapper was not bad. Scrapper was not bad. Um, and we'll get his tail taken care of. Nice detailed painting of the hydraulic system. It's all friction joints in there. Actually, I'm fairly certain the whole thing is friction joints. And they even textured a little bit of the interior of the hollow surface in there. There's some cables and stuff in there. So, oh, hello. What's this? Am I supposed to pull this out? Yeah, I am. Oh, it's a connection joint. Okay, good to know. Anyways, I don't know how well you can see this, but he's got a really nice spine feature right there. All fuzzy as all hell. Let's see, can I get the lighting here? Kind of. It's still out of focus. I don't know why it is. I can't get this thing to focus properly. Huh. Uh-oh, we've got some anti-kibble at work here. For shame, Hasbro, for shame. I'm kidding. I can live with a little bit of anti-kibble. That doesn't bother me. Am I supposed to attach that to his arm? Yeah, I am. Just attach this to his left forearm and call it good. Oops. In there. Okay, that's a nice clean fit. Nice tight ball joint at the elbow. Ball joint at the shoulder. Interesting. It's weird. He's got shoulders. I'll turn it this way. He's got a shoulder joint there that also bends all the way backwards. Itchy nose, cause why not? How am I gonna get that finger out of there? That's what she said. Okay, how do I? Come on, get out of there. How the hell do I get that? Am I pulling the wrong way? No. Is the claw pointed in the wrong direction? No, it's pointed the right way. Unless it was photographed incorrectly. How the hell are you supposed to get that finger out of there? It's just a big thumb of a thing. The left thumb. How do you get that out of there? I felt something. There we go. He's got a big bucket thumb right there. That was hard to get out of there. Jeez. That's also what she said. He can't bend his left wrist. He can't bend his left wrist upward like this. It's only straight or down, and then there's the thumb. And the left arm is the cabin. That's funny. Does it open? No, it does not. Okay. So he does not have an opening left hand. Or I'm sorry, he doesn't have an opening right hand. Really? Oh, yes he does. Oh wow. Either that's really sloppy paint or they've changed something since they made those photographs. Well, it says it can open, but I don't know how. Oh wow. Okay, it can actually open. How do I get that out of there? How are you expected to open that? Just because it's the three-fingered nature of the bucket, that the way it's shaped. With excavator buckets, they have those tines, they have those little finger thingies on the end. Well, this has exactly the same thing because it's anti-kibble. But I'm having to try to figure out how the hell to get in there. Ooh, there we go. Huh. It's almost not worth it. So there's the other hand. And it is hollow enough, just hollow enough for the thing to. Don't care. Okay, so I'm just going to completely forget that exists. I'm going to fold it downwards into the cab. Completely forget about it. Now I've got the instructions right here, but Who needs instructions? I've been around the block a couple of times. I know how this shit works. Ooh, yikes. That's a tight little elbow joint right there. I doubt that's what she said. Am I supposed to turn this around? Yeah, I am. Okay. Oh yeah, I said before, um, one of the reasons why I got into wow, that joint is this elbow joint, scrap metal. Seriously, that's not going to stress out. No, not at all. This is a ball joint that I want to have wear out. I mean, the elbow joint is fine going up and down like this. The problem is when you try to get the elbow to turn like this. That's where the problem lies. Anyways, kind of the big thing that drew me towards is he called scrap metal? Yeah, scrap metal. Scrap metal. Is that it very much reminded me of the Power Loader from Aliens. You know, that movie that's had like a half dozen sequels made to it, and you know they kept getting progressively worse and worse. Anyways, yeah. So that's why this reminds me of the Power Loader from Aliens. It's not identical. It just has a similar vibe to it because construction vehicle, yellow, blocky, utilitarian, lots of exposed stuff. That's not to say that um, other giant robots have not done the same. It's just this one reminded me of it. So, huh? So the knees they bend both ways? Yeah, they do. I wonder why. Oh, because combiner, right? Duh. His knees go to 45 degrees, but you can Bayformers up this shit. Let's see. Does he actually have a double knee? Oh, he does. Okay, so it's actually supposed to have a double knee joint, or a not chicken walker, but it's supposed to be a reverse knee. Okay, so I thought that the legs. That tells you how much I paid. So you know how like the original Decepticon Scrapper, his leg was straight like this. Well, it's a Bayformer, so naturally you have to mess around with things. You're supposed to use both of those knee joints at the same time. I can live with that. By the way, if I remember correctly, if I remember my trivia correctly, um, in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, Scrap Metal, is one of the bots that went down to resurrect Megatron. And who here remembers the little doctor, whatever he was called? What was he called? Scalpel. I think that's what he was called. Um, he said something to the effect of, we need parts or something like that. He says, kill the little one. This is the little one that they killed. So Scrap Metal had all of what, 3 minutes on screen before he died? And that popped out first chance it got. What the hell? It feels like it's about to pop out. What's going on here? Does it shift inwards? No, it does not. The feet are appropriately Bayformers ish. They're clawed feet, so they can open and close. That's how they transform. Oh! And he never transformed it again. Oh shit. No, wait, there's a lever I can use. Okay. Alright. Anyways, as I was mentioning, what, 10 minutes ago, something like that? I've got that Transformers Evo or Evo song going through my head because awesome. What are they called? Jam Project? Yeah. You know their theme for what was it called? One Punch Man season 1 was amazing. Their theme for season 2 of One Punch Man, God, season 2 didn't even happen. Like, I started watching One Punch Man season 2, but I only got about what 5 episodes into it. I'm really having trouble with this elbow, this one elbow joint. Jesus. Anyways, this is stupid how much I have to work this elbow. What in the hell? And it's such a tiny elbow joint, I'm terrified it's going to crack. But I may not have a choice. Whatever. Anyways, One Punch Man season 2 exists, but I haven't finished watching it, so I kind of don't care. Like season 1 was great, and I'm greatly anticipating season 2, and oh, and that elbow flipped over just fine. What the hell? But like I haven't seen all of season 2, so I just. But I've got Transformers Evo on the brain right now, so I really should get up off my ass and watch whatchamacallit, Age of Extinction and The Last Night. I need to see both of those movies. Really? How? Well, that might be anti-kibble. Maybe. To be fair, that might be anti-kibble, but I doubt it. Oh, is that it? Really? I was just gonna. No, there's no way that's it. I didn't think so. And those never came off again. Those are pegged in for safety's sake. Interesting. Okay, can I even get these elbow or can I even get these shoulders back out again? These tolerances are so tight. Okay, that one came out, but I'm not going to call clear until I get the other one popped out again. Okay. So I'm just going to have to click those back and forth a couple of times. I can live with that, I think. Wow, I really got to fight that left joint there. Okay. Oh, where's his head going to go? Um, I hope this guy doesn't have visible head. No, something's missing here. Hmm. I feel like something's under stress here, but I'm not sure what to do with it. Might be time for me to pull out the instructions. I like his face. He said design. Darn. Darn. Let's see, does it show how? Yeah, so it does show how to. Okay, so Scrapmetal is going to form the left hand and only the left hand from the wrist forward because there are actually 7 Constricticons. They're not evenly spaced. I'll tell you the one I'm looking forward to the most is Scavenger because I've wanted a redo of Scavenger. I know it's been announced, but I haven't seen it yet, so I am looking forward to that. Oh, they want me to turn his head around. It's never good when they do that. Oh yeah, turn his head around, have it face down towards his spine, and then hide that thing by putting it back in. Hmm. Okay, so basically you pull his head out, flip his head around 180, push it in so he's looking down at his own spine or his own ass, I guess, and then you just collapse the whole thing back in. All right. Okay, so it's not visible head syndrome. All right. It's a little difficult to see what's going on here. It's right on the fold, so it's difficult to see that. Yeah, that doesn't explain my problem. Or does it? Oh, I see. Hmm. And that is. Ah. Hmm. That did not end up where I thought it would. Okay, so I was pretty much right where it was going to be. Yeah, the only thing I had trouble figuring out was how the arms are going to. Just because it's asymmetrical. One actually ends up behind his back, and the other one ends up where his head used to be, or it ends up, or the other one ends up down by his hips. So, huh. Okay. Much like everyone else, I was largely offended by uh, wrecking balls when it comes to Bayformers Devastator. That's pretty much where I drew the line. But after that, no, I thought it was fine. Like, he doesn't walk on two legs. He's like a giant gorilla. He's getting in on Optimus Prime's territory. Shut up. At least it was voiced by Frank Welker. So there we have Scrapmetal in his digger mode. 28 minutes, 45 seconds. Just for this single take. That's just the transformation, or is it the whole thing? I think it's the whole thing, so. Yeah, I kind of figured this would be more than one video, so. Hmm. It's kind of weak sauce, but I can appreciate what they're trying to do here. I'm kind of hoping they don't give in to peer pressure, G1 pressure, and make a G1 colored version of all these guys. Kind of hope they don't. That would that would kind of ruin it. And I think this is called the waist on an actual excavator. I think the waist does not turn. There's no way they possibly could. So what you see is what you get, and then you have little caster wheels here. Actually, it's a tripod actually. So there's two here, and then there's a big Flintstones wheel right there in the front. So that's how it rolls around. Hmm. Okay. Should I change this guy into oh, I forgot. Uh, oh, I see what they did. So that's where they got the smokestack from. Okay. All right. Hmm. Clever girl. That kibble, combiner kibble or whatever it is. The panel from the left arm, yeah, left arm, just sits across the top, pegs into place. So you've got a little smokestack right there and some radiators on either side. And it's not really visible head syndrome, but that's the back of his head right there because he's looking. His head is facing this direction. So that's the back of his head. There's his neck. There's his chest. So okay, it's kind of a small, cute thing. For some reason, I thought that like all the Constructicons were like some of the biggest construction and hauling vehicles that were ever existed in 2007. Or no, I'm sorry. No, it was 2009. I'm sorry. Apparently this is just kind of an average, ordinary, everyday meh, which I suppose is possible. So, hmm. Boy, it's been a while since I purchased a deluxe size transformer, and this one actually is a decent deluxe size because they're all in proportion to each other. So like, okay, I can live with this. I just realized that that's the hand, which I'm totally not going to be able to get out of there anymore. By the way, there we go. Yeah, okay, so you can see how this works. Here's the right hand. It's the bucket scoop. This is anti-kibble right here. Because this bucket scoop is supposed to be this, but whatever, we'll forgive them for it. And then here is the thumb. So you push the thumb in, and then you fold that down. It's a little difficult to get that to open the hand out of there. So, and likewise, a little difficult to get the thumb out of there. So you're really going to need fingernails in order to get those out of there. Hmm. All right. Yay. Cool. All right. So scrap metal.